Hi everybody, welcome to my tree tutorial using ribbons, flowers and foliage. I'm going to start with showing you what ribbons I've selected for today's theme. Today's theme is a popular one. It's our Nutcracker ribbon is going to be our feature ribbon. You can see that one. Then I'm going to complement it with our red mesh and our narrow 2.5 inch buffalo check with our 4-inch jute glitter mesh. Anyway, there is a method in it. Each roll of these has 9.14 meters, which is 10 yards on a roll. What I like to do is be prepared. So first of all, with the ribbon, I would cut each ribbon into 3 different lengths. 4 pieces at 70 centimeters, 3 pieces at 60 centimeters, and 5 pieces at 90 centimeters. And that's roughly 9.1. So if you're out a little bit, it really doesn't matter, but that's just gives you a bit of a ballpark size that so you've got enough to do your whole tree. So what I'm going to do is swag, I'll show you shortly, swag the Nutcracker ribbon through first, then with the complementary pieces, the complementary ribbons. We'll use those 2. Now with the 4 pieces that we cut at 70 centimeters, we're going to make bunny ears, is what I call them. This is what they look like when they're finished. So you can see we're going to make 4 of each of the 3 different ribbons. Okay, so you'll need some green florist wire as well. Just any type of wire really, just something thin and easy to work with your hands. I'll show you with this gorgeous red and black buffalo check. What we do is we fold it into 4. So we do 2 loops so it looks like bunny ears, and then what we do at the bottom here is gather it in, grab your florist wire. Oops, too many, still too many. This is really thin stuff that I've got, so I'm using 2 pieces because otherwise it's a bit flimsy. So I just wrap it around the bottom like so, and then give it a good twist so it's nice and tight, and then just wrap it around so it gives you a bit of a point to push into the tree, and you can fluff it up later. I'll show you again because this ribbon's sort of more visible. So the Nutcracker ribbon, some of you might be scared to cut it, but you'll always have it. That's why I've told you what lengths to cut it and keep it from year to year. So I've just folded that one in 4, squash it together, got my pieces of wire, wrap that around really tight, and then twist it like so, and then give it a bit of a twist. I've got my point and I've got my bunny ears. So I'm going to do 4 pieces of each ribbon, so I'll have 12 lots of bunny ears. Now we need to decide what we're going to put on the top of the tree. The possibilities are really endless. You can just put a simple star, you can put an elf, you can put a light up star. Really it's endless, but what I'm going to show you today, we have some lovely glass finials in that'll really complement this Nutcracker theme with all its checks and play on reds and blacks and white, and also I'm going to put a starburst ball but use it as a topper. So I'll grab one of those first to show you. This is what they are. So they come in a box, and you can either power these ones by battery or by power. I choose to use the power because I've got the power to the tree anyway. So this is what they look like when they come out of the box. And now I'll undo it all and show you what it looks like. Okay, I've pulled the starburst light out of the box, and this is what they look like once you've had a little bit of a play with them. So I just pull all the strands out. Like I said, you can usually make them into a ball and hang them, but I'm actually just going to put this at the top of the tree. Okay, I just wanted to show you how pretty it looks. The other thing I'm putting on the top of the tree is this beautiful glass finial. Now the tops of our trees, our 7'6" pre-lit trees, have a light in the top of them, and they've got quite a sturdy sort of centre point, so this fits on really quite easily. But if you do have trouble with your tree, you think it's a bit too flimsy at the top, what we recommend is if you get a piece of dowel that's about 30 centimetres long and actually sort of feed it down this sort of tiny piece at the top of your tree, zip tie it to that piece, and then you have a nice firm rod that can go inside the hole of the finial. So I've chosen red and gold, but I've chosen three very different styles of foliage. So I've got this lovely gold fern leaf. These are $9.95 each. Then I've chosen what these are called, a red glitter pom-pom. So they're quite different to the leaf. These are also $9.95 each. And then a red glitter fern. And this one is also $9.95. So they're three very different textures, and you'll see why I choose three different textures to for the topper and for the tree. It just adds a different element. So I'll start doing that now. Now I'm going to start with my glass finial. Okay. So that's fixed firmly in place. Next is my starburst topper, which I like to place in the front of the finial. And look, you'll probably have to readjust this as you go, because as you push and pull, things will move, but you'll be able to fix it as you go. Now what I normally do is then thread the wire of the light through the tree, which I'll do that later. Now for my stuff of the fern. So I've got my three pieces of the fern. I'm going to start back here. This one. And sometimes it's going to look a little bit messy as you go, but it will all pull together, and you can have a little play with it as you go too. So there's no right or wrong. Like I said, you need to sort of straighten things up as you go. Next is my gold leaf fern. Sort of poke them in until I can get a foothold, and hopefully my glass finial doesn't fall out while I'm doing this. I try and keep my lights to the front too. I'm going to put a gold one at the back here, because I think that'll be a nice backdrop for the finial. Lastly, I'm going to put the bubbles in.